It is a WrestleMania rematch that I believe this man has been waiting for since Saturday night, March the 2nd, just a few months ago. The king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura, looking to not only right the wrong of the grandest stage, but to also wear a new crown of the king.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura has not been afraid of making enemies over the last few months on Raw, and the man who was his first enemy that really put a target on the back of Nakamura was the Second City Saint himself, CM Punk. Several months ago, Nakamura and Punk teamed up in the main event, but moments after a victory, Nakamura struck, drew the line in the sand on the road to WrestleMania. And as many have said, CM Punk may have got the victory back in Dallas at AT&T, but Shinsuke Nakamura believes he won the war. Beat CM Punk so bad throughout the matchup that Punk was put on the injured reserve list over the last few months. But CM Punk walking down the aisle back at Vengeance a few weeks ago, claiming that he was back and ready to go. And as the King of the Ring tournament has continued to progress, the Second City Saint laces up a pair of boots and tries to remind the world, and most importantly Shinsuke Nakamura, who the best in the world truly is. And for the first time since the month of February, CM Punk laces up a pair of boots on Monday Night Raw. It is certainly a high-profile situation on one of the biggest Raws of 2024. San Antonio has come alive as the best in the world makes his way down the aisle with X's on his fist.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
With X's on his fist for the first time since WrestleMania, had to let San Antonio and CM Punk have their moment. CM Punk walked down the aisle at Vengeance in Bakersfield a few weeks ago. May have rained on the parade a little bit of the WWE Champion Kevin Owens. We saw backstage earlier tonight Punk extending a hand to the champion and Kevin Owens wanting none of it. Interesting situation developing there, but nonetheless, more important matters at play. It is the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. The quarterfinals will kick off in Fort Worth 7 nights from tonight. But who will meet Dominic Mysterio there? Will it be CM Punk going 2 for 2 against Shinsuke Nakamura? Or the master of strong style himself move one step closer to wearing a new crown here in the WWE? Frostbank Center is loud and proud as we kick things off in your main event. CM Punk trying to come hot out of the gate. Nakamura stopping him dead in the middle. Nakamura going for an early pinfall here on CM Punk. Punk popping the shoulder off the canvas. You gotta believe Nakamura has replayed the events of WrestleMania time and time again in his mind. And is trying to right the wrong in his mind of what happened back at the Show of Shows. Obviously an incredible performance by Shinsuke Nakamura, the reason CM Punk needed time off over the last 2 months to try to rest and recuperate. But Nakamura knows that his hand was not raised back at WrestleMania. And that is what Nakamura looks to do tonight. Defeat CM Punk, spoil the in-ring return, and move one step closer in the King of the Ring tournament. But CM Punk is not looking for an unsuccessful return to the squared circle. And ever since his overall WWE return back at the Royal Rumble, CM Punk has performed to perfection. No losses on the resume just yet, but it might come here tonight if Nakamura's got anything to say about it. Punk with a power bomb. The power of CM Punk as he scales the ropes and dropping the hammer. And the Second City Saint going to the pinfall here, looking to move on to next week. And Nakamura has been there before and is not looking to be there again. Shinsuke Nakamura was within inches of defeating CM Punk on the grandest stage of the year, WrestleMania, just 2 months ago. But tonight, Nakamura looks to get the job done when it counts the most. And poked off the springboard as San Antonio chants his name proud. Punk looking in amazing shape, possibly better than he was before. Flexing his stuff over Shinsuke Nakamura as he scales the ropes, but he might have hesitated there. Nakamura looking to make him pay. Gotta believe Shinsuke came in tonight with an A plan, a B plan, a C, all the way to Z, and especially for Shinsuke Nakamura, not only the loss at WrestleMania could be weighing on his mind tonight, but what about what happened just a few weeks ago at Vengeance? Moments before CM Punk's return, was Nakamura fighting it out with Kevin Owens in the main event for the WWE Championship, and several times throughout that matchup it looked as if the King had the title around his waist. And Kevin Owens able to survive Shinsuke's onslaught, and it looks like Nakamura is looking to channel that anger and bring the most vicious side out of him tonight. It's a high-profile situation. Lights are on bright. Main event of All-Star Raw. Nakamura not looking to lose in a big-time matchup yet again. With a cover that time. CM Punk popping the shoulder up. Nakamura looking to keep the foot on the gas pedal. Notice CM Punk was moving with some speed and agility around him in the early moments of this matchup, but Nakamura has slowed down the pace. The King looking to dictate the pressure. And now off the apron and taking down CM Punk at ringside. This is the match that Nakamura wants. He wants to force CM Punk to fight Nakamura's style of fight, which is certainly a vicious one at that. Punk hung up in the barricade, and Nakamura delivering a grueling knee to the dome. And Nakamura now not letting up. Rest assured, Shinsuke Nakamura wants this victory more than life itself tonight, and he's going to get it by any means possible, even if it is an unfortunate count-out victory. Count of 6, CM Punk back on the soles of his boots, but Nakamura right there, not giving Punk any breathing room. I'd hate to see another count-out. Luckily, CM Punk making his way back into the ring. Looks like count-out victories are just going to be exclusive to the Judgment Day and their underhanded tactics that they love to employ right now. Nakamura going for another pinfall right there. CM Punk able to get the shoulder up. Nakamura looking to meet the Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio next week. Not if CM Punk's got anything to say about it. Off the reversal. Falcon Arrow. That's what Punk needs to do. Rev up the engines. Rally San Antonio. And try to wrestle his style of matchup to get back into this contest. Nakamura down momentarily off the Falcon Arrow, and CM Punk just trying to throw some strikes. Maybe not to keep Nakamura down, but just create enough distance for Punk to get a little bit of R&R, strike while the iron's hot, and try to even out the playing field in your main event match. Nakamura to the ropes. CM Punk go for a scoop and a slam. It looked like Nakamura did his homework. He is familiar with the game, and CM Punk's got to be familiar with those mean shots. Unfortunately for Nakamura, unable to keep Punk down with those shots as CM Punk trying to absorb the pain and bring the pressure from one corner to another. Nakamura with his back to the turnbuckles, and CM Punk looking to rally, as we mentioned, here in Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas. What a great night it has been. We thank you for joining us, as we mentioned earlier, live here for one of the biggest Raws of 2024. It is Memorial Day. It is All-Star Raw, and the stakes couldn't be any higher in your main event. It's your final first-round matchup on behalf of the Red Brand in King of the Ring. Shinsuke Nakamura, CM Punk, a WrestleMania rematch. Almost 3 months in the making when you think about it, and Nakamura taking down CM Punk. Just when you thought Punk was back into it, Nakamura cuts him off. Now back to the outside we go, and Nakamura has really used those knees to his advantage throughout this matchup. Might be Nakamura's best strike he has to throw, but CM Punk, you see, is trying to avoid the strikes at all costs. Nakamura went for a whip. Punk able to turn it around and head back into the ring. Clearly Punk is hurting. Clearly Punk needed the moment to breathe, and Nakamura hangs him up in the top rope. A quick rest for CM Punk may have costed him, and now Nakamura with him on his shoulders. Death Valley driver into the pinfall. And CM Punk able to get the shoulder up with whatever he's got left. Close call by the King of Strong Style, the master of it himself. Punk off the reversal, another springboard. A desperate time calls for desperate measures, and the boots deliver right to the jawline. Nakamura now with a kick of his own. Oh no, Nakamura with his eyes locked, and another knee. CM Punk may be out. Not just yet. Punk is still in this matchup. Even when you think he's down, he tries to come alive. San Antonio in appreciation, also trying to rally the Second City Saint. Nakamura now with an STO. Nakamura has been the aggressor. And if you've been watching closely at Shinsuke Nakamura's game over the last few months, you had to expect this out of the King. He has been waiting for this rematch since WrestleMania, and now the first matchup in CM Punk's return is running it back with the man who put him on the shelf to begin with. Nakamura going for a superplex here. CM Punk avoids disaster, and Nakamura spills on the canvas. And CM Punk keeping it simple, but most certainly effective. Gotta believe Punk is hurt right now, and you gotta believe he's near an knee. He has taken a lot of strikes, a lot of knees. To the jaw, to the gut, to the chest cavity. Whatever CM Punk's got left, he is trying to throw at Shinsuke Nakamura. We've seen a couple of signs of life throughout this matchup, but Nakamura's cut him off in the deep end. But now Punk trying to outswim the King. Nakamura once again in the corner, and CM Punk ain't doing nothing pretty right now. Just a couple of closed fists, enough to knock anybody's silly. And now Punk adding insult to injury. Go to sleep to Shinsuke Nakamura. Desperate times call for the best maneuvers from the best in the world.
Here is your winner,
CM Punk finding a way to survive Shinsuke Nakamura here tonight. I'll give credit where credit's due. Nakamura the aggressor since the opening bell. But Punk struck while he had a window, and he had to go with his best maneuver in his arsenal, putting Nakamura asleep live here in San Antonio, Texas. Coming your way on Saturday night, September 14th, witness the aftermath of the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam, as WWE and Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships proudly present No Mercy. No Mercy comes to you live from the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss championship clashes, personal battles, high stakes, and high rewards, all on the line on the 14th of September at WWE No Mercy.